We leave the Eastern Temple, and man, I am relieved. Welcome to part 2 of Sponge's adventure in this version of Hyrule. First thing we do is run back to Shawarma's place and ask him what the all that was about. As an apology for throwing us into hell, he gives us a new pair of Nikes. Seriously though, a really useful item in this game. Time to explore and exploit this world. While running around, I violate several library rules by ramming myself into a bookshelf. I'm rewarded with a book that teaches you how to speak Italian. I also try this minigame again. Jesus, how did I do worse? In Kakariko Village is this dude. He runs too fast, but not fast enough with my new kicks. I catch him, and all he tells me to do is run into trees to find things. Dude, really? In a world where I can run into shelves and learn Italian, or find random hearts lying around, did this dude just give me advice? Whatever. Back in our uncle's house, we gained sentience once more, rearing and ready to go to do more Zelda-related shenanigans. We open the map and see what we actually have to do to get the story going. But you know for a fact we aren't going to do this. Linear progression? Never heard of her. This is my first encounter with archers. Yeah, that tracks for my skill. I also forgot another common feature in Zelda games. If I don't do anything, I natively block. Ugh. I find a building near a lake, and after robbing the place, I put on my civil engineering hat. With no training or understanding whatsoever, I open the dam and kill everybody downriver. Another death, huh? Well, this is a good time to show you the use for the fairies. Ah, that's the good shit. Honestly, this gives me a really good idea about how to deal with the public as I get older. This is our first great fairy. Usually these do things like upgrade your equipment, give you magic, or some useful information to deal with the dangers ahead. Here, I get healed and shown the door. After chasing birds for hours at a time and dying another 2 more times, I finally make it to the entrance of the next dungeon, the Desert Palace. But this lab is in Italian. Also, as an aside, the names for these dungeons are really dumb. Anyways, bibbidi boppity, let me into your property. Cue cinematic zoom, welcome to the Desert Palace. I didn't think I was going to be spending my time dodging lasers. These guys are going to be present in almost all dungeons, to my consternation. Seriously, these guys suck. Found an alternative exit. Anyways. Another observation. These sandworms and animated potted plants are literally everywhere here. I guess this place earned the name Desert Palace. The second alternative exit has a piece of candy. I find the Master Key chest, and I have to repeat what happened in the last video. These new Nikes are proving their worth. Thanks, Shawarma. Our first real find is the dungeon's map. I somehow uncovered the button and didn't step on it, only to come back and have to step on it. This is what I'm dealing with, people. I'm surprised I can even get my shirt on in the morning. The compass is next. If I was given a nickel for the amount of times I got shot by this laser eye trying to get it, I could pay for this game. Oh look, the Master Key. As a reward, we get the Power Glove. We can use this to lift up smaller rocks and chuck them at fools. And this is when I realized, I'm not actually in the real dungeon. The real dungeon was locked behind some rocks I have to use the gloves on. Fair enough, let's keep going. Inside the real dungeon, the first thing that happens is that I get shot. I fucking hate this room. Seriously, who else has to experience the floor coming alive and chucking tiles at you? Also, the hate is partly my fault, as I realized as I was editing that I could just get the key and walk out the back. I never had to wait for the whole entire floor to give up its ghost before I could get the key. If I was ever in Riddler's Unmaze, I would never make it out. I was sorting through my inventory, trying to think through this next puzzle, when this happens. Seriously, when could they shoot through walls? Zooming in and slowing down the footage, the laser eye literally shoots me through the corner of the wall. Now I have to deal with wall hacks? Jesus, Ganon, give this dude a raise. He's giving you a much higher value than anything else in this dungeon. I died on this part, no joke, 4 times until I realized I was thinking about this puzzle all wrong. Usually when there are lamps to light, you light the lamps and something happens. Not this time. This key was hidden behind an unassuming, same as every fucking other one pot. Yeah, if I knew that, I could have just lifted the pot from the start and not dealing with this dumb as fuck room. One last fuck you. The boss of the Desert Palace are the Lanmoras. These are little wormy dudes that burrow deep in the ground, and when they pop out, they launch dirt all over the place that hurts you. They also fly around in this weird 2.5 3D space that makes their hitboxes all wonky. Those factors, added with the weirdness of moving and hitting, makes this happen more times than I want. On another note, these little dirt clods seem to be coated weird. Sometimes they pass through, sometimes they don't. I start this fight using what I learned from the previous encounters. If I stand far enough away in any of the ordinal directions, I won't get hit by the clods. And I get a hit or two on the boss. This also has the added bonus of me getting plinked out of the way when the Lanmora does come out. I also calmed my nerves enough to focus on one at a time. Unless one was coming out in a way that was going to get me hit, I would patiently stand and swipe at the Lanmora till it came out. When going for shots, I used my judgment. If I couldn't get to the hole in time, I would back off and wait for a new opportunity. Thinking like Batman. Before long, one of the 3 went down. This looks easy now, but it gets harder and more difficult. During the battle, I was completely silent. Here's the raw footage for you guys. I was in the zone. Auto zone. This is probably the most focused I've been in years. Getting greedy like I did there is going to cost me health. Good thing they only take 1 heart per hit. Number 2 goes down, and I'm getting much better at my placement and timing. Or maybe I'm just getting better at mashing? Who knows? But number 3 is the hardest. As you can see, it's not shooting clouds out in the ordinal directions anymore. He's throwing them out at all 8 compass directions. He also has a shorter time between disrupting the dirt and flying out, a part that I had to get used to at risk for dying. After 3 solid attempts, the Lanmoras are done. I give this boss a 5.5 out of 10. He was decently difficult for a beginner, but I bet anyone with experience in the game wouldn't have any trouble at all. He also didn't have me use the dungeon item, as classic Zelda games usually do. Either way, we have 6 hearts and the second pendant. Next up, the Tower of Hera. Thank you all for watching. As always, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.